So today, we have for you 7 tricks and their explanations. It seems it's not too hard to be a magician after all. So, let's get it on. Spoon bending. Mental tricks are a great way to entertain and surprise any audience. But once you have uncovered the truth, it's obvious that such tricks are easy to prepare and to perform, and you don't need much to do it. The apparent deformation of metal objects without physical force enters in this category of tricks, in which the magician uses only the force of their mind. At least that's what they say to the public. But first, the magician shows the audience a normal metal object. The spectators can touch it and make sure that it's solid and in one piece. After that, the magician takes the object back, presses it with one hand, and starts to look at the object with concentrated eyes. It looks like the magician is using his mind force, and the audience sees how the object magically starts to bend. Impressive, right? But here's the secret behind this awesome trick. While the magician gives the audience the object for them to check, he secretly bends a similar object with his other hand. After showing the object, he places it in his other hand and interchanges it with the already bent object. Awesome! Now the magician has a bent object, but the spectator doesn't see this because the object is being held in front of him, creating an illusion. Now the magician just has to make it seem like he's using his mind to bend the object, and he simply shows the object to the audience. But one thing is for sure, it is an awesome trick. Swallowing razor blades. The most spectacular tricks are usually the most dangerous. To perform them, the magician needs a lot of training, a steady hand, and a lot of precision. Otherwise, you can ruin the trick for the audience, but also harm yourself and even kill yourself. Eating razor blades is one of those dangerous tricks, but it is awesome and performed by experienced and famous magicians like Chris Angel and David Blaine. During the trick, the audience witness how the magician takes out some new razor blades from their package. In front of the public, he places them in his mouth and eats them. Once he has eaten all of them, the magician takes out the end of a thread from his mouth. He starts to pull, taking out not only the thread, but also the 3 razor blades he has eaten. The secret behind this trick is basically a good preparation of the objects you're going to need. For starters, the magician needs 6 blades, even if he only eats 3. It's very important to blunt the blades beforehand. Once done, the magician creates a garland using the thread and 3 of the blades, remembering to make one of the ends of the thread long and easy to manage. This construction gets put together and placed compactly in one of the cheeks. Now it's time for the focus itself. The magician takes 3 of these supposedly new blades out of the package, places them in his mouth, and, so the spectators think, eats them one by one. Actually, each time a blade is placed in the tongue, the magician throws back his head, creating the illusion that he is swallowing it, when actually he uses his tongue to hide the blade in his other cheek. He does this with each of the blades. After that, he just has to grab the end of the garland that he prepared beforehand and take the blades out of his mouth one by one, using his tooth for help. This might sound easy, but we don't think you should try it at home. Signed card through glass. Well, this trick is really awesome. The magician asks one of the viewers to pick any card and put it back in the deck, making sure the artist doesn't look at the card. He then shuffles the cards and pretends to be unable to find the card. After a few more tries, the magician throws the cards at a window. Here's where the magic happens. The card picked by the viewer sticks to the glass. Moreover, it is on the other side of the window. Impressive, right? How can that be? Well, we're going to tell you how it really works. In order to perform this illusion, the magician needs 2 identical decks of cards and an assistant. He has to perform the trick in a place with a big window. The viewer has to stand backwards to the glass. The magician asks them to pick a card, remember it, and put it back in the deck without showing it to him. Then, The illusionist shuffles the cards and tries to find the needed card. After a few tries, he pretends to be mad and throws the deck at the window. The cards hit the window and fall on the floor, while the chosen card sticks to the opposite side of the window with the help of the assistant. The trick is that the assistant was behind the viewer all the time, so he saw the chosen card, and then he just found the same card in his deck. He put a bit of sticky wax to the card, placed it on the window and hid away. That's how the card appears on the other side of the window. It's a very impressive trick, but after the throw, the magician has to pick up all the cards and hide the chosen card in the pocket so that no one would notice anything. Zigzag Girl. Do you know the trick where some parts of a person's body magically move? The magician places his assistant in a closet divided into a few blocks. He sticks knives into the closet, making it look like he's piercing the girl. Then he moves one of the blocks and, oh wow, the part of the body that is inside moves with the block. How on earth can this happen? Actually, it's quite a simple trick. It mostly depends on the assistant. Her main task is to stand inside the closet with her hand and her foot in a normal position. By the way, the closet is bigger on the inside. When the assistant enters the closet, she curves her body in such a way so that the knives won't touch her. When the middle part of the closet is pulled out, only the hand moves, while a black wall makes it look like the middle part of the body is completely torn apart. Torn Man. Just look at this picture. The viewers are shivering seeing this body holding its own legs. Looks quite real, doesn't it? But there's no big secret here. This effect works only when you look at the magician from the front. If you look at him from another angle, you'll see that he has jeans on only the lower part of his legs, and that the part from his knees to his waist comes from a dummy. The body, or more exactly the front part of the magician's cloth, is fake too. It hangs freely from his shoulders. When the illusionist is showing the trick, he holds the lower part of his legs vertically and hides the rest of the body. At the same time, he reclines to the side, holding his shoulders parallel to the ground. Not so difficult, right? By the way, if you know about any more magician secrets, tell us in the comments.
Guys, check out our new channel Jelly Gummy Bear. Our Jelly Berry will entertain our young viewers with interesting experiments, exciting adventures and funny stories. Subscribe, it's going to be an interesting ride.
Thanks for watching. Please like and share the video in social networks, and we'll be right back to you as fast as we can. T-Rex. This video lasts only 13 seconds and is not very good quality. Now what the hell, it doesn't even have colour, but it does have some weird creature sitting in the bushes at the edge of the woods. Look at it, it's big and moving. Wait for it, a couple of seconds more. Now it's going to raise its head and you'll recognise it immediately. Yes, you're right, this is the famous Tyrannosaurus Rex, which somehow looks surprisingly similar to a bad 3D model. But this isn't the only weird thing about it. For some reason, this terrible predator which used to scare the life out of everyone is walking around and eating grass. Well, that's new. Maybe you just followed the trend and went vegan. Actually, this isn't the worst that could have happened, because the video suddenly stops when the cameraman raises his head. We don't really want to think about what happened to him. Velociraptor in Russia. If you think that all the living dinosaurs along with the editing masters live in North America, we're going to prove you wrong. Here's another video, but this time it was made in Mother Russia, and it has all the characteristics of these kind of videos. It is black and white, check. It has horrible quality, check. It's short, check. And of course it has a dinosaur in it, check. Something long-legged and tailed runs near the camera in the fields. Why does someone need to put a camera in a field, you ask? Well, like you, we have absolutely no idea. According to some sources, this video is over 30 years old. Some people even say it has something to do with secret military projects. Probably some ancient lizards were at some point working for the Russian army, but in this case, we'd recommend them to use a T-Rex. After all, it looks way scarier, especially with an AK-47. In the Mexico darkness. Darkness is always present in videos containing weird creatures, strange monsters, or Marilyn Manson, and night vision cameras are usually of a poor quality and very cheap too. In this video, supposedly filmed in Mexico, something with long legs and a large tail rushes in the dark forest. It all looks like decorations for a horror movie, but if somewhere near your house dinosaurs appear and decide to start running around, it definitely doesn't sound like a romantic comedy, does it? Although, sorry, we got distracted. Let's move on with the video. It's pretty short, but if we slow it down, we can see these so-called dinosaur in detail. Hold on, yes, it looks like there are a few of them. Well, at least we counted 2, but maybe the bad environment changed them and now velociraptors have 4 legs and really long ones. Who knows? Dinosaur on the grass. Another video that appeared in 2016 was, weirdly enough, recorded by day, and it's actually of a really good quality. But everything can't be perfect. Despite the quality of the shooting and the perfect sunlight, the dinosaur managed to hide from the cameraman, becoming one with the horizon and the surrounding flora. Here it is, check it out. It's running on the grass in the direction of some lake. If you look carefully, you can see a big horn and the green skin of the ancient animal. And don't even ask why the operator decided to turn off the camera just when a freaking dinosaur decided to take a walk in the middle of the morning. Maybe it'd been following the dinosaur for months, or probably they worked together to get millions of views on YouTube. Nevertheless, the video went viral and was seen by millions of people, so think about that. Velociraptor and the night vision device. For some unknown reason, 2016 was the year of dinosaur appearances all over the globe. Probably this has something to do with global warming or with the fact that apps to edit videos are more easy to use now, and anyone with a computer or a smartphone can make their own creations. Anyway, and anyhow, last October, someone uploaded a video filmed in some forest in the US. A night vision device caught yet another velociraptor. These creatures seem to be appearing around a lot, especially for an extinct animal. Nevertheless, a really fast lizard, although a little clumsy, passed by the camera and hid behind the scenes. And by its looks, the creature walks here every day. Just look at his passionless face. But the real question is, how did this camera end up in the middle of a forest? Small country dinosaur. This situation might sound familiar to many. You arrive to your country house at the end of autumn and you decide to clean the house after a very active summer. Of course, you feel the need to record some of your work on the camera, so you turn on your phone and start to film your surroundings, thinking on how to start when suddenly you catch a small creature with your camera. It's not a homeless cat or a homeless fox or a homeless rabbit, and not even the nephew of your neighbor. So who decided to play hide and seek in your backyard? It was actually a real dinosaur. But a very small dinosaur, to be honest. It looks more like a cartoon character and makes absolutely no noise. But after all, country houses are really weird places. Anything can happen there, and an encounter with an ancient lizard which can disappear into thin air behind a small plastic can is something entirely plausible. Running in the forest. Sometimes you're taking a walk in the forest and feel like turning on the camera and recording a video for your followers on Instagram, right? The author of this video wanted to do the same, so he took out his phone in the middle of the forest and started recording. But suddenly a fantastic creature crossed his path, running and hid in the bushes. It was all really fast and, to be honest, really funny. The witness is sure the creature was similar to a dinosaur. It ran like a dinosaur, it sounded like a dinosaur, and it was basically a dinosaur. We, on the other hand, can't say what kind of lizard that was and what did it have on its head. Probably it was one of those combs that you see on fake 3D dinosaurs in low quality videos. What do you think? Dinosaurs on the road. Do you like cats? Well, what a stupid question, everyone loves cats. And what about puppies and baby crocodiles and all kinds of small little animals? You probably agree with the fact that there is something inexplicably cute about baby animals, and it is almost impossible to remain indifferent to them. The simple presence of a small creature can make you say, "Oh my gosh, and you'll probably want to pet it. Well, especially for you, we have this video, where you can see a bunch of baby dinosaurs running and crossing the road. They're like ducklings, only faster, but still cute as hell. Just look at them. Check how funny they move their heads and their long necks. By the way, it looks like Mama Dinosaur's running behind its children, or maybe it's their big brother taking care of his little siblings. Of course, this video, like the rest we saw today, is probably not real, but we have watched several times now and we can't stop enjoying it. So, dear comrades, what do you think about these kind of videos? Tell us in the comments below, and don't forget to give us a thumbs up. It wasn't easy to find all these videos for you. Guys, it's time to recharge your brain. Visit the channel Brain Time. There you'll find a lot of interesting and useful facts, lots of positive energy and tons of useful information. Subscribe right now. We promise it's going to be really exciting. Thanks for watching. Please like and share the video in social networks, and we'll be right back to you as fast as we can.